All right, I'm going to go pretty quickly through this so you can slow down or go back if you need to. Anyways, we're going to be working with exponents. When you have the same exact base like these two v's, you can add the exponents on top. But I like to rearrange it so that I can put together the things that can go together. So the numbers I'm going to write first. Remember, this 3, we're just so used to seeing like 2x or 3x or something and thinking like it's all together. It's a package deal. But we've got to think of these when we're dealing with exponents. We've got to think of 3 has its own exponent, and that exponent is 1. We don't need to write that, but 3 is not, this -1 does not apply to the 3. Whatever we do with this v and this -1 does not have to do with the 3. So we're going to write 3 times 2. Now, I'm going alphabetical order, so next is u to the -2. And then v to the -1 times v to the 4. All right, I just grouped my numbers, grouped my u's, there was only 1, and grouped my v's. Now I'm going to times. 3 times 2 is 6. This is u to the -2. And this is v to the -1 plus 4 is 3. Now, I like to put the dots just to remind us again, this -2 only applies to the u, not to the 6. These are separate things being multiplied. That's why we can rearrange them, right? Because multiplication is commutative. 2 times 3 times 4 is the same as 4 times 3 times 2. So we can rearrange it because everything is being multiplied. Now, either this is my answer, or if I have a negative exponent, I need to put things into a fraction. And I do, so I'll put it into a fraction. The 6 stays. The u to the -2 moves and becomes u to the +2. And then the v to the 3 stays. Here's my answer. Okay, everything to the power of 0, anything to the power of 0 is 1. This 0 next to this parentheses means everything inside of here is going to get 0 times by the exponents. Okay, but it doesn't matter what's inside of here because everything is to the power of 0 and anything to the power of 0 is 1. So this is simply 1. All right, make sure that when you have a fraction, you do not have any negative exponents. If you have a fraction given and you have negative exponents, put them in the correct place. So if they're negative in the bottom, move them to the top, or if they're negative in the top, move them to the bottom, then expand. If you expand a negative exponent, you'll get a wrong answer because it's not in the right place. So all my exponents here are positive. I'm going to expand. 4 times y, 2 times x times x times y times y times y. And I have y over y is just 1. 4 over 2 is 2 over 1. So I now have a 2 on the top, and then I have x times x, so x squared, and then I have y times y, so y squared. Done. All right, here, everything in this parentheses is being squared. So first of all, everything inside the parentheses needs to have an exponent, so I do power by power multiplication. 2 to the power of, this is to the power of 1. I'm going to write the 1 there because I need to know that I'm not multiplying the 2 by the 2. I am multiplying the 2 by the power 1. So 2 times 1, 2 times -3, and 2 times 3. Power times power, power times power, and that's what gets rid of that parentheses. So I'll drop down the 2x squared. You can even put a dot in between just to remind yourself, hey, this is a 2, this is an x cubed. Sorry, I said squared, I meant cubed. All right, now 2 to the 1 times 2, so 2 to the 2. X to the power of -6 and y to the power of 6. All right, now I'm going to rearrange like I did here. Put the numbers and then in alphabetical order. So 2 times 2 squared, which we know is 4, right? x3 times x to the -6, and then y to the 6. Good. 2 times 4 times x. Okay, so now same base, add the exponents. X to the -3, y to the 6. There's nothing that can combine with that. Now I get 8 x to the -3 times y to the 6. This would be my answer if I had positive exponents, but I need to put it as a fraction. And so 8 stays in the top. X to the -3 moves to the bottom and becomes +3. Y to the 6 stays in the top.